right, welcome back, and we have one more episode of this very short Ace Attorney session. Like I have apologized before, I am sorry about these short episodes, but hey, we're at least getting some Ace Attorney, right? That's the best part about it. Anyways, back to the courtroom drama. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination on this episode of Hooky Hour. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. What the hell is saber rattling? Also, let's go and save. Just real quick, because it seems like the game really is trying to warn me of something. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. I don't know. Sometimes you come up with a few corny puns. All right. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Oh, God. Come on, man. Don't do it. How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend that it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., all right, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Those are all very good reasons. Especially the first one. Sometimes you just don't feel like listening to a joke. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You are so boring. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I feel like we just should not even get started with that one. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. You just happened to glance out of the window? You're not gonna ask him what he saw? Alright. You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. No, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Let's keep going. I think we should just keep going. Even if we get a terrible pun out of it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Good old refreshing water after hearing Mo's voice. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. His face like that, he's just so done, isn't he? He is very done with shit. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow. That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Access denied. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. Good call, Phoenix. I did not remember that detail in the slightest. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. What was the sound like? Don't say thump. Well, I guess it kind of sounded like a... I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sounded like a whoopee cushion. Sounded like something, like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Also, how are these people like letting him dress like this in a courtroom? Come on now. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw? That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Okay, far away, you say? You had to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Can someone please check the weather report on that? Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. What could have possibly happened? But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Just pull one out of a Cracker Jack box. That's a joke my mom always used to say. She's always like, where'd you get your driver's license from? A Cracker Jack box? Because I think way back in like the 60s or whatever, 60s, 70s, Cracker Jack boxes had like fake IDs you could, play around with but not actually use. Anyways. Had to check and make sure that there wasn't a noise. Anyways, alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now, say it with Uncle Mo. Damn, no one wants to say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Well, the witness please testify as to what he saw. And only what he saw. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Okay, we're good. I think. I'm hearing noises and clonks. I think it's just the refrigerator in the other room doing its thing, but it always makes me a little nervous. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? What a weird sentence. Yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo. Oh, God. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, I'll send the clowns right onto you. What you're waiting for is a nice penalty. Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? Okay, save real quick. We have a huge chunk of health bar that is about to be deleted if I get this wrong. If I screw up. So, what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do? I don't know, do I? I have to, hold on. Picture of the crime scene. So we got that. Dude's over his box. We have a map. Alright, so Mo's room from the first floor. It's snowing. They're right here. Is the window... I don't remember. I guess... Why would he not have a good, like, basis? Found... Got the wooden box. Well, he didn't even, like, talk about the wooden box, did he? Yeah, that might be the key to this. Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over their head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. Oh, you know, that makes sense. Oh my god, why did he just spew out random stuff? Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, so Maya was not impressed by her play on words. You're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. Prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So now, you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster. Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Oh god, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, so for some reason I'm getting a stuffy nose. Just ignore that. Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. God, this guy is like the worst, like, witness ever. Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And nothing but. If I catch even a hint of a joke from you, I will be putting you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. Understood. Alright, let's hear your freaking testimony, you clown. There's a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. Okay. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, they should be good enough, yes? It is a decisive testimony. Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Or your clown examination, whichever one. All right. that is where I will be calling it for this session. Um, I will eventually be back with more Ace Attorney, and they will actually be, full episodes, full 20-minute episodes. But do bear with. I do have quite a few things coming in the pipeline for playthroughs. So, yeah. I will catch you next time. We will eventually solve this circus act of a murder case. And until then, see you, bye. Bye, 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 bye.